Hello and welcome everyone. We are back with this another episode of Weekend with a series. And guess what? Like this time we are having our speaker who has been currently working at Amazon as a software developer. So I think Amazon word or tag is enough to excite you guys, right? Like obviously it excites me as well. Being a computer science student, it excites everyone that Amazon word is enough for you. Okay. So on behalf of engineerHUB, I would like to thank Nabi Mitra. Like when I came to know that you are, going with this very busy and tight schedule, and you came here for the session, I'm really feel grateful to have you in this session with us, and hopefully it will inspire our viewers who are watching this session and will be watching in the future as well. So first of all, thank you for coming with us in the session and will sharing your journey. Am I audible, ma'am? To you? Your voice is not audible, ma'am. You have muted yourself. Yeah,
Yeah, am I audible now?
yeah, it's perfect, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you
So
for
no
calling
issues.
me here as well.
Uh, and before proceeding with the session, it's a humble request to everyone. Please open your camera. Like I know it's a 9 p.m. and everyone is at home or hostel, but be comfortable. Okay, no one is going to tolerate you. No one is going to irritate you. So just because thank you, Ishita. Let's make it interactive, guys. Okay, let's make it interactive. Like as I have told you that Amazon Word is enough to excite you. So be interactive. Try to raise your question as much as you can. And okay, so let me introduce myself first. I'm Kumar Vidyanivas, and I heartily welcome you all in this session where we will be sharing and discussing Arnabi Mitra's journey, that how she being from Tier 3 college, that she cleared this Amazon, and I think there's a question like many people, they just underestimate themselves just from being Tier 3 college, right? Like I'm just belonging from this college or Tier 3 college, so I'm not able to do it. Can I do it or not? Such type of questions are there in the student's mind. But like here's a live example in front of you guys. Andavi Mitra is with us. She is from Tier 3 college as well. So you should now stop asking such questions like, can I make it or can I do it big? Because people are still are making it big, being with touching college. Okay, so Anurag Mitra,
Yeah.
we would love to hear your journey, that how you cleared this Amazon and what was your previous experiences that you have faced up till now.
Okay, so I started from my I'm from Kolkata, so in Government College of Engineering and Leather Technology. My branch was computer science, and I graduated in 2020. And then I joined Infosys. So Infosys digital specialist engineer role. That time I joined, and we all know that now the power programmer or the specialist programmer role, there is a lot of meme about it. Like it's
Yeah,
like we know. So after joining Infosys, like my first preference was like how I can crack that exam, so that my compensation will be like little more. And I like firstly I started preparing mostly to crack that specialist programmer role. So like after my training is done, and I was in bench for some time, and then I was allocated to a project, not a development project. It was kind of DevOps project, like a client handling project type. So I was not that much happy with my project, even though it was not a support kind of project, but still it was not a fully development project. So my first goal was obviously how I can crack the specialist programmer so that I can place to a good role. So obviously I started with DSA, like all the paths which we generally follow. Started with lead code preparation, and that time there were Striver's SD sheet. He started his that placement series as well. So I used to check those videos as well. And like I gathered from many path, I gathered like many informations, like how I can prepare. And then when I was checking more things, so like first started with DSA, then explored some of the full stack technology, worked on some projects, more SD sheets I used to follow, and like my preparation then moved toward like preparing for a product based company as well, because in LinkedIn we can every day see like people are preparing. And that time mostly like that time we were in the lockdown period, that time many of people were switching, and
Yep.
many service based from service based company to many people are switching to product based companies. Companies were hiring. So I was parallelly preparing for both specialist programmer and as well as Amazon, Microsoft, those companies. So when I cracked the specialist programmer, by then like my preparation was done. Even I was also trying to find if I can, if my CV is getting selected, I can apply for some product based companies as well. So I worked on my CV. I used to regularly work on some project, used to check my change my CV, and finally uh, I got the call from Amazon, and this without any referral. This what I always use, because people do think that a referral is needed, but it's not like that. I didn't get any referral. I simply applied through my CV and I got the call from Amazon. Now my whole interview session, it was a lengthy, because at first uh, my OA happened, and then first round, second round, and third round. It was a little lengthy, but finally my OA was on November, and finally on March I got the call that I am selected. So this is overall journey. And in between in December also, in November I cleared a specialist programmer as well, and then finally I landed in Amazon. So this is like my whole journey from college to then a service based company, and then finally Amazon.
Okay, that's I think quite impressive. So, like I just said that you have started preparation for Infosys as well as Amazon in parallel way, right? So, was there any different strategy or approach that you have been using at that time for preparing those companies, or your approach was same for both companies? Like one is
Basically,
product based, yeah, one is product based and second is service based. So, was there any
yeah.
difference?
So basically, I was in Infosys only, and then like my goal was like I will change my role. So obviously that time that CV doesn't make many effect, because I just need to crack those DSA rounds. So basically for specialist programmer round, I need to strong. I have to be strong in DSA, and in Amazon as well, I have to be strong in DSA. And also as my experience is more, maybe there can be some questions from system design, so some LLD questions I was preparing. And other than that, one thing that I was giving most importance to my CV, because for Amazon it was, or any company, like to get my CV to get selected, I should have a strong CV. So that's why I started working on project, and I mostly worked on the full stack project. Like I know the React is in demands, or I had in I have the knowledge of Angular. So I worked
Okay.
on a mean stack project, and then added that in my CV. And also I have a YouTube channel. In YouTube channel also you can go and check. I have the full video of how I what was my interview experience, how I prepared my CV. I have also shared my, I prepared CV using latex, so I have also shared the template, so anyone can use that template. And all the things I have mentioned, like how I worked on my portfolio. So mainly as a learning basis, I worked on some Udemy courses and other projects I prepared. So those are like mainly to switch, and like for Infosys to role change, mostly DSA. So that was something.
Okay, okay. I think Lokesh has raised his hand. Lokesh, yeah.
Does
Yeah.
competitive programming necessary in online coding assessment rounds?
Generally, a little bit of knowledge are required. Like generally, people say like for interview, lead code is important, and for clearing OA, we if someone is practicing using code force, then it's important. Now, the main thing is like that we need like in interview we just need to tell our approach, but in online assessment we need to code it, and then all the test case must be passed. But it's not that much like you need to attend all the contests. So if you go to my lead code link, I haven't attended many such contests. So mainly lead code and SD sheets is fine. You will get similar kind of question. So in OA generally a little hard question, but the similar kind of question you will find if you are in constant practice.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I am working in service-based company and my domain is telecom. But ma'am, I am not satisfied with that. For company as well as my domain also. So ma'am, if I want to switch a company and I want in the next company I want web development project. So for that, they will reallocate me in the same domain as I am working in the now, or what I need to do so that my domain change in the
So
next company if I switch.
so if you want to switch to some development like web development, so worked on some personal project. And one thing you can try like in the startups or those companies, like for specific role like web development role or React developer role, this kind of company you can try for this kind of companies, and there you can like prepare based on those domains. Like they can ask you questions from JavaScript. So if you have good personal project and if you are applying directly to web development role, then it won't be that much difficult.
Ma'am, does personal project help during job switch, or only they ask for domain project that we have done during our?
Yes, personal project will obviously help. Just have a strong project. Like you can prepare one full stack project, like some e-commerce application type or some cloning to the big website. This kind of projects is really going to help.
In Infosys, you are working in Munstack.
What?
During your work, when you are working in Infosys, you are
Yes.
working in Munstack project.
No. I was like in inside Infosys. I was in a DevOps project based on Informatica, but like parallelly, I worked on MeanStack project for my personal project.
And ma'am, how to maintain the consistency during learning DSA? Because in college time, I was not learn DSA perfectly.
So like for this, I say like try to give at least 2 to 3 hours daily. Especially like if you are in the learning stage, then try to do as much as coding and prepare your notes so that you can later point of time revise. So
And
you
ma'am,
need
one
to
more
give
thing,
like
ma'am.
2 to 3 hours daily, and you need to code.
Ma'am, one more thing, ma'am. If I am understanding array and I am able to solve lead code easy level question. So and when I move to medium and hard, I was not able to solve. So I should move to next topic or still try to solve the medium and high level by seeing other YouTube videos.
So what is that? People like do know array, but in array also there are some dynamic programming concepts or greedy concepts. So people try to go with data structures wise. So if you don't know DP knowledge, then DP questions on array you cannot solve. So I generally suggest like go data structure wise and also parallelly algorithm wise. Like first do array basics, then string, linked list, stack, queue, then come to the algorithm portions. For example, binary search. So binary search, we know that to search one element in the array. but there are a lot of applications of binary search, like search in the rotated sorted array, search the peak element, and a lot of applications. So when you are doing some medium level questions of array, and you know binary search as well, then you can easily solve. Similarly, like heap or priority queue, there are some example like applications of them. So like first learn array, then array string linked list stack queue, then move to the algorithms like dynamic programming, greedy, heap algorithm, binary search, and then again come back and try to practice those advanced level algorithms. And later point of time, you can cover tree and graph. So these are the strategy I generally ask people to do. So you
So
can
first,
try like
first I
this.
should solve easy level question and try to solve medium level by myself. If I was not able to, then I should move to next topic.
Yes, and then like you have to know like why you are not able to solve. So is this something that you don't know, or the algorithm you don't know? What is the reason you need to know? And if you think that these after like knowing that this is not this you should solve, so obviously I would say like you can attempt and just check why it's you are not able to solve. So suppose you can see the question is tagged as dynamic programming and you haven't covered DP yet. So like there is no point of solving DP question when you don't you haven't started DP. So just keep an eye like what are the question have, because you can see the tags, what are the things are there. So that is why I would say like parallelly focus data structures and algorithm.
Ma'am, and during your preparation journey, did you like how you started DSA as well as DEP? Because you told na you have started with Munchstack also, like preparing for project for that. So first you what you did, like you do the both of the development plus DSA parallelly, or first complete the DSA or then development part?
So like in my 4 years I had the knowledge of basic data structures. So my goal was like I need to revise and prepare for the advanced. So generally we do in college we just complete till linked list stack queue, and we don't focus much on tree and graph. So I had the same thing, like I had the basic knowledge, all the basic knowledge. So then when I decided that I should go for DSA, then I started the advanced level. So advanced level is not that purely learning, it's like mostly revision and learn some new concepts. Like I learn tree questions, graph questions, revise the dynamic programming things, those things. And when you the basic is clear, then learning the advance is not that much time consuming. So I can say like 3 or 4 months I took to learn, and then after all my revision and dev I did parallelly. So my suggestion will be first concentrate on learning DSA. When you can see that now I can parallelly learn something and revise more, that time you can parallelly like make up dev and DSA. Like that time you will be mostly revisioning, and then you can start working on some dev project. So that can be one approach. For example, you can learn and then you can take any of the SD sheet. So that time you can solve one question from SD sheet per day, and other time mostly on the learning or creating one project. That can be one good approach.
Ma'am, and DSA, ma'am, how should we revise? Like, should we create document for that, like document in which we write the question answer, or like how should we document the notes for better revision?
So I would say I would say like it's completely depending on person to person. One can take note in their copy and they can carry, and whenever they are having free time they can have a look. Sometime I have seen people, they are preparing on the Excel sheet. In Excel sheet you can prepare columns like coding question, its link, maybe lead code or geeks for geeks link, and then in another column you can write your comments. So while divisioning, you can check the question. If you think you cannot solve, you can go to the link and you can check your submission. And in the notes you will have like your thing. So I guess this is one of the efficient approach to have an Excel sheet or maybe a Google document kind of thing, where you can write your own in your own words and you can copy and paste the code part. If you find that this question is a little more harder, you can just simply copy the code. And if you think that for this question I don't need to check the code, but I need to remember the approach, just write the approach. Or some people do take a copy and keep on writing notes. Like I had a rough note, I used to write everything and I used to revise. So it will be depending on people to people, and there are 3 ways you can choose any of one.
Thank you, ma'am.
I guess
Lokesh?
there are a lot of
Yeah,
questions.
lot of questions, ma'am.
Yeah, let me check. What type of projects
Uh,
you worked on? So as I
Hello, ma'am.
yes.
Hello, ma'am. I want to ask a question, ma'am. Basically, I am from a tier 3 college and currently I am working in Wipro. Ma'am, actually, I want to start coding and in Java language, but I don't have any source that from where to start. Um, I'm not getting a proper source, means from where to start. Currently, I'm having a course of coding ninja, which I got from Telegram. But in that, for example, the topic is a person. So they are explaining the topic and syntax, and then it's switching to sex topics. So it's not that good. I want a source from where I can start from basic.
You can start with Kunal, bro.
Sorry.
I guess Venkatesh said about Kunal, some Kunal. I don't know his channel. Also, like for
So
basics, there
I
is.
don't have the source, ma'am. So from where to start? If you
Yeah.
know some source,
I
then
have heard
means
about Apna College Java. They have also started one DSA in Java. And Code with Harry. Harry also have a channel, basic DSA with Java. So you can check those 2 channels.
okay. Ma'am, and our with DSA, apart from DSA, our development also necessary to switch in a good company like a
I would
React,
say
Node.js.
yes. I would say yes, because at the end you need to work on development only. So if you have a good full stack project, it will have a good weight in your CV. So chance of getting your CV is more because you have some experience. So what I say generally, if someone is student, no one will accept that. Sorry, no one will expect that you have a lot of experience in development. But when you have some experience, then at the end you need to work on some development project if you are aiming for SD roles. So if you have at least one full stack project, it will surely will give a lot of weight in your CV.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Okay, so I will try to answer the questions in the chat.
Ma'am, let me read for you.
Yeah.
Don't mind. Ma'am, Ishita is asking about like her main language is Python. So can she crack with that, or she need to switch to CPP? Basically, she's asking for this. Like she is been a Python, and does she need to switch to C++, or is it okay with Python?
See, like with Python, if you know how to use the standard libraries like sorting, stack, queue, these things, this is fine. But generally, like Python is preferred mostly if you are going to machine learning or data science role. That is why. But I won't say just if you don't have time, and I won't say just learn a new language and then start your preparation freshly. So you can start, you can have with Python, but mostly like people use C++ and Java. So it's a, I won't say it's a very much plus point, but it's a like good point. But I won't say like if you are a student, then I can say you can move to language. But if you are already placed somewhere and you want to switch, then just go with Python.
And one more question from her side, ma'am. Like, how can I start? How can she start coding?
What? Can you say again?
Ishita, are you comfortable with opening your mic? I'm just try to cut off you. Ishita, are you there? You may open your mic if you're comfortable. I think mic is not working. Basically, she's asking like, how can I start coding
Okay.
from scratch level? Yeah.
So from scratch level, my suggestion will be obviously like learn the basic things like expressions, loop, all the things which are necessary, and then come to the data structures part, like how array is working, what is a string. Then again, like you need to move to node, pointer, these things, so you can learn linked list, stack, queue. And if you're like learning with C++ or Java, learn the collection libraries. Like after you have completed basic data structures, obviously after expression loop, these things, once you have completed basic data structures, then only go and learn the standard libraries. Like in STL you can learn, or in if you are in Java, learn about the collection libraries, and then come back and start working on advanced data structures. Like why I'm saying standard libraries, like at first only you need to learn what is a sorting, what is a stack, what is a queue. But when you are doing DSA, then what is happening, we are not going to implement sorting function or stack and queue. We need to just use those templates. So first learn the theory behind it, and then just use those as a standard library.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening. Actually,
Yes,
I have,
Venkat.
actually previously I'm a triple background in BTech 2021 passed out. After that, I placed in Wipro. Currently working as a support role in Angular. But I'm now I'm learning that Java to be a full stack with Angular. Like so, I don't have previous computer knowledge even, and programming knowledge. I don't know, but I'm not good in Angular also. I'm still doing the basic level JavaScript basics and Java basics. So as of my story, how much time it take like to shift better product-based companies and how to master in Angular? Can you tell the resources?
So currently you are learning Java or JavaScript?
Java currently I'm learning.
Okay. Okay, then like Java is really in like high demand, not only for product based company, but also like you can apply as Java role for any company. So I would suggest like first learn Java very deeply, and like while learning only, like to learn a language, obviously you will be coding and you will learn all the basic of codings, all the basic data structures you will learn, and then you need to go for the advanced data structures, advanced algorithmic question. So give time, as you are currently working in a company, so try to give at least 3 to 4 hours daily. Try to give 6 to 7 months to for your preparation. Like first you should have the complete knowledge of Java, not like all the exception class, file, those things. Whatever you will need to like for basic data structures, then start with data structures, follow any SD sheet for revision. Like this, just do it. So my suggestion, obviously, everyone who is learning, like learn the basics data structures like array, string, linked list, stack, queue. Then move to the algorithm part, learn what is dynamic programming, what is greedy algorithm, binary search approach, heap algorithm, and then again move to the advanced data structures like tree and graph. So in this three sub points are like learning, and after you have completed these three sub points, start revision and try to solve as much as question you can solve from lead code.
Yeah, coming to Angular, what resources and how to master, like what type of practices we have to do? Like, can you suggest for Angular?
Angular. So I can say like if for development you can do any good Udemy course for development, so that you will learn as well as like parallelly you will create one project, and that you can put in your CV. Because if you are going through a course, even in YouTube also some courses are available, but I do suggest if you want you can always go with YouTube. But YouTube, like you need to learn, and then generally in the course videos there are they generally say how to do it and what to do it. And if you go with any Udemy course, like what will happen, parallelly you will learn and you will build a project.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you.
is one. It is necessary to do masters in engineering for get higher package or to get early place in big company.
I didn't do master, but I have got a high package job after like 1 year of my graduation, 1.5 year of graduation. So it's not that necessary. Someone is asking what type of project you worked on. Yeah, so I said like I worked on a mean stack project, and other than that, I worked. I have some projects from my college, and mostly I focused on the mean stack project. Before doing coding, do we need to have practice over aptitude part? Like for product-based company, aptitude is not that much necessary, but it depends on company to company, and obviously on some roles, like in which role you are applying. For example, if you want to switch to some machine learning related thing, then obviously there can be questions from statistics and all. So depending on that, but for product based companies like Amazon, Microsoft, these companies mostly focus more on DSA part.
How many rounds in product-based company?
Generally there are 4 rounds, like OA happens, and then two coding rounds, and 1 round for behavioral or sometimes LLD, and 1 HR rounds.
And Lokesh has one question. That
Yes, Lokesh.
in your question, so which system design questions they were asked?
System design. Yeah, they asked very low level LLD questions. Like, so if you go to lead code, and lead code, there is one section, lead code design. There you can find questions like implement a stack using queue, implement LRU cache. This kind of question you will find. So I was asked this kind of question. So also for like LLD question, I would say if you have experience of 1 to 1.5 years, you can expect LLD questions. Otherwise, like if you're a student or fresher, like 4 to 5 months experience, no such LLD question will be asked. And on basic level, I would say
Good evening.
yes.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm from non-IT branch. Actually, my doubt is to get an internship off campus. How do we apply, and what's the chances of getting internship into companies like Microsoft and Amazon
So first
if we
thing
have the skill of Java?
Okay. So first thing is like Amazon, Microsoft, all those companies, they announce a list for internship hiring. Like Amazon on first week of September, they have announced there are many internship opportunities for 23 pass outs. Now, is the hiring part like mostly because for the students, they will mostly expect how much good they are in DSA. So if someone has a lead code or code chef or code force profile and they have solved a good amount of question, more than 200, if 250 plus question, then it will be fine. So getting chance for those internships are more. So generally this time they have already started their list, and they will soon start CV shortlisting and interview.
Annabi, I
So
have one question.
2024 batch, ma'am?
They next year this time with September, you need to keep an eye on. Generally in LinkedIn people do post, and also in the job portal you need to keep an eye.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Which
Nakul?
website is this, ma'am? The Geeks for Geeks or W3 School for Preparation?
W3 school, mostly it's like you can find HTML, CSS, those things. And yeah, Geeks for Geeks is obviously fine, but when you in your CV try to put lead code, code chef or code force link, because these three coding profiles are mattering most. And if you have 200 or 250 plus question in any of this coding profile, then your chance of getting selected is more. Yeah, Nakul.
Tell me about HackerRank.
See, HackerRank has very easy questions, and if you have 5-star in HackerRank, that means like you are good in that language. So HackerRank 5-star also don't play a lot of impression. So I just generally when I do resume review, I say don't put 5-star in HackerRank. Suppose you have 100 questions in lead code, that time it's fine, but mostly try to solve questions from lead code, code chef, code force. Code chef is also good because it has contest every week, so your contest ranking will also increase. So try to focus on these three.
Can we go with Geeks for Geeks for coding?
Not that much, because the level of questions in lead code are this three is thing. So try to like focus in these three coding profiles.
How to learn system design, from where we can get resources?
So there are some online videos like Gaurav Sen's channel, and recently Riddhi Datta's channels also I can see he is preparing. So you can check those channels. Nakul is trying to.
Yeah. So my question is like, I am currently working as a Python developer. I'm currently using Python for backend development. So what should I do? Should I switch to Mon Stack or Mean Stack, or should I go proceed with that front-end frameworks like Django or something like that?
So one thing I can suggest is you're working on backend using Python. So
Yeah.
in front end, try to learn React. So
Okay.
it will be also a good combination. And if you have the knowledge of React, because you have the backend knowledge, and if you have a
Yes.
good project, then like your profile will be stronger.
So at last we should, I think we should have a good full stack web application, I think.
Yes. And generally
Okay.
e-commerce applications or some Instagram clone, Facebook clone, this kind of application will add more points.
Okay, for 1.5 year of experience also, these kind of projects will help.
Yes, surely.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
if you have more experience, try to
Yes.
have like more projects, at least one great project and one small project.
Okay, so I was confused, like should I actually with Python we are using that NLP modules for document verification and all that. So I was like confused. Like I should go with the machine learning and all these things, or I should move to full stack
So you
development.
can try those opportunities as well
Yeah,
because you have the Python.
yeah,
So you
we
have
can
more.
integrate that, yes,
Yes.
as well in the web application.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Anvi.
Hello, ma'am.
So yes.
Hello, ma'am. How much time you take to learn DSA and crack Amazon?
So as I said, my all basics and everything was cleared by my college. So learning the advanced level revision. So I started in 21 January, and by August or September, I was like ready. And after that, my focus only like revision. So I have taken like lot of time. So it's not like that we can prepare within 1 to 2 months. So average 6 to 7 months you can have.
Ma'am, which is better for development, either a Python or Java?
For development, see, if you are with Java is evergreen, so you have a lot of opportunities. And if you are going to Python, then you can explore the ML data scientist role this as well. So whatever you are comfortable, you can choose any of the. Both have their own domain, and both the domains are good.
Actually, I'm very confused. Now I'm doing BCSC second year.
So, are you interested in machine learning, those path, or you are interested in full stack?
Like full stack.
Then go with Java.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Will Amazon provide international offers like sending to USA or London for SD1 role?
Like after completing some days is Amazon, you can apply for the international offers. Like internally, you can apply.
Okay, thank you.
Someone is asking development or CP for products based company. So yeah, I mean the DSA is important for cracking product based company, but to get your CV selected, you should have some dev projects in your CV. So both are important, but DSA is most important.
Tell me about data analyst.
What?
Data analyst.
Data analyst role, I am not that much. I don't have that much knowledge because my focus was mostly like SD role. So I don't have that much knowledge.
One question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Manish.
Can we go for development, web development, and CP or lead code programming in parallel? Is any disadvantage of it?
Yeah, we can parallelly learn that. What I said, no, like I also revising and then like parallelly working on dev project.
And one question more that we get a job in outside of India to or lead code file or CP.
I couldn't get you. Can
Amazon,
you?
Microsoft.
Can you say
How
again?
we can get a job? How can we get a job out of India, like Microsoft and
So
Canada
same way you
and all?
can apply in their job portal. The same way all the jobs you can try exploring. It's not like the process of interview and all are mostly same.
Can you suggest me the course for Java in Udemy?
Udemy Java course, I'm not sure. I don't have much knowledge. Like in YouTube, so you need to learn from basics or advanced level.
From basics, I have to learn.
So someone, I guess, in chat posted someone's. So I have learned that Code with Harry and Apna College, they both have basic DSA with Java. So you can
Okay.
check those.
Apna College.
Yes. Okay. but want to follow
Ma'am,
YouTube
what about
playlist for
advanced
DSC.
Java?
Advanced Java you can check in YouTube. Mostly in Advanced Java we need to learn about the correction libraries, files, those things. So YouTube we can check because I'm mostly from C++. So Java I don't have that much knowledge, but in YouTube we can you can check a lot of playlists will be there. So based on the subscription, like you can choose.
Thank you,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, Sandeep.
Ma'am, how many questions we have solved on lead code till now?
I guess I have solved around 400 questions.
Okay.
Someone is asking about DSA cheat sheet. So I would suggest like once you have completed your learning, so you can start with Lovebubbles SG sheet. It has more questions from basic to advanced. And for revision, you can go with Striver's SD sheet. It has some most advanced level question and you can use that sheet for revision. How much time you took for side projects? Yeah, the same time, like 3 to 4 hours daily. At first, I used to give for DSA, and then I mostly moved to the side projects.
Hello, ma'am. I have a question that I am facing problem to solve lead code questions. Uh, Now
Okay.
currently I have a 15-day streak, but I am facing problem to solve it. Then
So you are
as a
solving daily challenge.
no as a topic wise problems like array, math and bit manipulation type.
So whatever question you are trying to solve, do you know do you have the knowledge of that topic or what? Like you haven't learned that topic and you're trying to solve.
I learned first from GFG course that I have a paid course for GFG. Then I just saw all lectures and then try to attempt on lead code problems. So that was seems like so tricky, and I am a little bit beginner, so I
Okay,
can't
like it's
understand.
there is no issue why if you are not able to solve a question, you can check the description discussion or you can search for the solution and then you can come back and solve it. But whatever my suggestion is like try check the topic and if you see that you haven't covered that topic, then first learn the topic and then come back.
Okay, so I think most of questions have been covered, and if anyone is remaining left with question, I will cover that. I think you have another session after 10
Yeah,
p.m. hours, ma'am.
yes.
Yeah, so sorry for delay, but yes, thank you very much for for joining us, for coming, sharing your valuable thoughts and your approaches that you have been using your college journey. So thank you for joining with us, and React and ML learning source. I can reply on that, Ishita, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a little
And for
bit
the
knowledge of.
resume part, I would suggest you can check my YouTube channel. I have shared my resume template, and I have like there is one playlist, my FAANG journey. I have explained all the things, how I prepared my portfolio. I have prepared my resume, all the free resource I have, all the strategies I have taken. So if you want, I can also share my YouTube channel link later as well in the Telegram group. So I guess you can get the like brief idea.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, ma'am. And one last request would be that if we ever got the chance, then please give us referrals and stuffs.
I couldn't hear it. Can you say again?
Thank you for the session, and I would request that if we ever got the chance, then we would ask referrals from you. Would it be
Yeah,
okay?
generally like in LinkedIn, I get messages for referral, and also sometimes when I see hiring is there, I create forms. So I am referring. Like I was not referring for last 2 weeks. Now I am again referring. So yeah, I am actively referring. So you can ping me on LinkedIn. And I generally check the CV. If I found that the CV is good, I try to refer.
Ma'am, does Amazon hire interns from second year?
No, it will be mentioned. Mostly in the final year interns are getting hired. So you can wait. So mostly final year.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the session, and thanks engineerHUB for organizing this such amazing sessions.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Chandru.
For
Yeah.
development, is it necessary to learn DSA?
What?
For development, it is necessary to learn DSA.
See, generally, whenever you will try to switch, even though in the startup there will be question from DSA, so you cannot leave the DSA part. So DSA is obviously must, but like you can focus on development mostly to go with the startups.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so now I think we are done with the session and we are done with the most of questions. I think hopefully it will inspire and guideful session for all the viewers who are present over here. So
Yeah.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your valuable thoughts and
Yeah.
resources that you have mentioned over here. So yeah, we can wrap up the session, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Once again,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Thanks
ma'am.
for your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time,
Thank
Arnabi. Thanks.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
everyone.
ma'am.
Just share your link here, YouTube link. You will share.
So one was asking for like this lead code. I can reply on that one. Otherwise, you may leave the session now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for joining, guys.